Welcome to Parish and Community. Our guest today is Mike Eggleston. Hi, Mike. How are you doing?
Hi, I'm doing great. Good to see you, Angela.
Good to see you. So tell me how you first became involved with College Church.
Yeah, so it was about 5 years ago, and we were looking for a different experience for our, at the time, first grader who was in religious education. And so we had heard good things about College Church, and when we went down to go to a mass and talk with some folks who were and still involved with religious education, we just knew it was a place for us. And so, yeah, we've been there ever since.
That's wonderful. And then what motivated you to get more involved with other parish activities?
Yeah, I think we started learning more about the parish and all the different activities and groups that were part of the parish, and then started connecting with some families individually. And yeah, wanted to just be able to continue to make this a strong church and contribute where we could. And so I had chosen to volunteer on the Development Commission at the time. This was maybe 6 months to a year after we officially joined. And then my wife became part of the Youth Faith Commission, and actually she just recently rolled off.
Okay.
Yeah.
As you are soon to roll off of the Development Commission as well. So, but you've learned a lot, I'm sure, about what it takes to make a thriving parish through that experience. So what kinds of things have come to mind through that?
Yeah, so I think one of the big things, and this is not unique to College Church, but just feeling connected and recognizing that's difficult to do for the past year, being physically separated. But I think that College Church has done, even through the pandemic, an amazing job with still making sure people are feeling connected to the church, to the mission of College Church, the ability to still grow in faith, whether that's through the taking the services and making them online, or converting the fundraiser, the gala, to a virtual gala. I mean, I'll never forget what the team did to bring all the choir members together and perform separately, but then pull all of that together into a performance. It was
that was incredible.
just so special. So I think just feeling connected, and then to the members parishioners within the church, and then just feeling connected to the mission and the work that goes on outside of Mass.
And did you find what did you find along your way here, and what have you continued to find along the way here that has inspired you to be a financial contributor to the parish, as well as a member and an active volunteer?
Yeah, so I think that so youth faith formation and just kind of the hands-on learning experience that the students get, I think, is invaluable. It's something that we've really cherished. I think the commitment to social justice is near and dear to our hearts, and to see what goes on with the ID program and what's been taking place over the last few years with the anti-racism group, and whether that's getting out and being active and doing things together with other parishes like St. Roch's, or whether that's bringing speakers in to talk in person. We've also continued to do that virtually. Those are the things that that we have found that have really kind of connected us to the church. And I'd say the other thing is, I mentioned the choir, which is amazing. And what's really important to us is feeling is homilies in which they're thought-provoking, they challenge us, and Father Dan and our other associate pastors certainly deliver on that as well.
Yeah, I think that connection that we have with St. Alphonsus Rock Church, the work that's being done across some of the like parish boundaries is something that has made a real difference to me as well, thinking about what our role is as a member of a broader church community, not just, you know, as a parish community, but yeah, the church as a whole, and our neighbors to the north. So what about your own faith journey as a Catholic? Is there a moment that stands out for you as you reflect on your own story there that you'd like to share?
Sure. Yeah, I think a couple things stand out. And so I think, you know, during those formative years, I think a lot of us can kind of go back to our like adolescence. And so in high school, I went to a Jesuit high school here in St. Louis, and just being a part of the Kairos retreats, starting in high school, but then also continuing on through undergrad was a very just, you know, formative experience, and really helped me grow in my faith journey. And in a similar time frame, but shortly after right after graduating from undergrad, I did the Jesuit Volunteer Corps. And so I spent a year living in Detroit, living in community with 6 other volunteers, and that really kind of helped shape, I would say, kind of like the social justice, the social justice aspect of my faith journey, and really opened my eyes.
What was your role in Detroit? What kinds of things were you working?
So I worked in affordable housing for most of the time. So I had worked at Habitat for Humanity up in Detroit.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Who is an inspiration to you and I always take this category very, very broad, and anybody can interpret it how they will, and it's great to see where people take the question. So are there holy men or women that particularly inspire you?
Sure. I like this question. This question really got me thinking, and I liked it. So there's so many to choose from, certainly within, even outside of the Catholic faith.
Sure.
And so I spent some time thinking about the obvious ones that we all know, and but one person I want to talk about here is Sister Mary Carolyn McQuaid. So most people, maybe everyone who's watching this, will have never heard of Sister Mary Carolyn McQuaid. So she is a nun with the Sisters of the Good Shepherd. She lives here in St. Louis. I was connected to her a couple years ago because I was asked to join their finance committee. And just a wonderful, wonderful woman, has lots of love in her heart. And at the time was the province leader for the congregation. And just found out last summer that she was diagnosed with ALS, which came on very suddenly and has progressed pretty rapidly. She's still with us. I have not seen her in over a year in person, but from what I understand, I mean, she is still communicating at this point. She's communicating with her eyes, but someone who is so active, and to get the updates from her about how she's still caring for others in the nursing home that she's in right now, how even just through eye movements, people can sense that caring and compassion for others. I think is someone that really inspires me. Her humility, her love for others, and her just I guess drive to make other people better.
Wow, yeah, that is quite an inspiration. My goodness.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Yeah. So anyway, no, I just wanted to take the opportunity to lift her up. Absolutely.
What is a fun fact about you that your fellow parishioners may not know?
That's right. So so I'll share something recently through the pandemic, and now it's getting warmer, so this is even more relevant. But I enjoy cooking. I enjoy baking too. And one of the things I've really gotten into these last few weeks is making homemade ice cream. And so it's been really fun to experiment with different recipes. And I also don't eat dairy, so that's been kind of a way to be creative at the same time with finding recipes at work. So yeah, that's been fun. But you know, just I'd say overall kind of cooking and you know, enjoying being creative in the kitchen.
We will put that on your parishioner gifts inventory for future reference. We will call upon you to provide some ice cream at the next gathering.
Yes, I'd be happy to.
Mike, thank you for taking the time today.
I'm happy to do it. Thanks, Angela, for asking me.